It's another collection complete video, and this time I chose wisely. So let's get digging.
Welcome back, sir. All systems for gaming will be prepared in a few minutes. For now, feel free to grab a cup of coffee and have a good day.
Hey everyone, Mike here. Welcome back to the Marvel Man Cave. Today I have in my hands another 4K that completes another series in my collection. And if you watch the intro, you might have a little bit of an indication of what that is. So I thought I would go ahead and unbox this on camera. I literally just got this in the mail maybe 10 minutes ago. And in my excitement, I was going to open it and I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do a video because I don't do a ton of unboxing videos, but I enjoy watching them. So I thought maybe you would too. I'll be curious. This is going to be in the honor system. If by the intro you think you know what this is, and from the outer packaging, this seems to be pretty well taped to get into. So we'll see how it is on the inside. And while we're sitting here and you watch me fumble with opening a package, if you could hit that like, hit that subscribe button, do all the things that YouTube wants you to do. Definitely leave a comment on if you think this was a wise choice. So we have still more tape is somehow attached to this thing. I'm getting it out. All right, it's packaged pretty well. That's why I marked out my address. So packaged really well, a lot of bubble tape. I got this off eBay. It had been something I had been watching a while. There was 4 movies in this series, and I did not have the last one. I bought it digitally when it first came out, and then hadn't gotten around to buying this one of it. And I did buy the first 3. I think I got one on Amazon. I never paid that much for the other 3 and was honestly surprised at how expensive it was for the Steelbook. And I don't know about you, let me know what you think. If I start collecting a series, say if I buy the just 4K Amarays, I tend to like to have them all in that same set. That's why I like the Transformers ones I have all on Blu-ray. For this one, the first one I bought was in Steelbook, and then the second one I bought was in the Steelbook, and I think it was on an Amazon sale. So now I wanted all the Steelbook versions of them, even though the Steelbook for this was way more expensive. Some of it goes for like well over $100 on eBay. I did not pay that for this. But if you don't know already, it is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And it actually comes already in a protector, which is really nice. Saves me from having to use one of my own. Comes with a J card. The seller on eBay did say there was a few scratches on it. I think he was selling this, so this is the Best Buy. There's all the stats and everything. It was the Best Buy exclusive, but he listed there was a few scratches and he took pictures of it. But as I'm kind of looking through this, I mean, there may be some scratches. I don't know if I can get some of the light on that. There may be some scratches on here, but to be perfectly honest, I don't see them. And even in the pictures, it didn't really matter to me that much, so I wasn't really that concerned. Um, yeah. So I'm looking. Oh, okay. I can see one little scratch. I don't know if it's going to show up on the light. Maybe. Oh, yeah. I did think I got it. There's that scratch there, but I mean, to be perfectly honest, I don't really look at the front of these that often. Like it's usually spine out. That's usually the way I see it. So I'm not overly concerned with that. Um, I don't think this works because I think the person used it. But if you want the digital code, if you want to give it a shot to redeem, like I said, I already own Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny on digital anyway. It's how I originally bought it. But here's the inside of the case with the disc. There's the second disc, which I guess is the probably the Blu-ray of it. And then take this out. I know this has been out for a while, so people who are interested have probably seen it, but this is the first time I'm seeing it. And there's the artwork that's on the inside. I did enjoy this movie, not as much as some of the other ones. To me, it peaked at Last Crusade. That remains my favorite Indiana Jones movie in the series. But because I had the other 3, and I don't remember what order I got them in, but this was, like I said, it was going for. I'd seen it for as much as $200, and I toyed with the idea of getting the. I think there's the Italian version that's kind of floating around online out there that I saw and could get this, but I kept holding out, and then, like I said, the seller on eBay, they had some few scratches, so I don't know if that's why that wasn't sold yet. People didn't want it because of that, but I think he originally was selling it for like 89, and then I got the notification sometime last week that he had dropped it to 75, and I was sitting on $66 in Apple Cash that had been just sitting on there. So the thought was like, well, I can use that and put the extra like $10 towards getting this, and I just went ahead and did it because it was way cheaper than any of the ones that I had seen on eBay before. And again, it completes the collection. So give me 1 second and I'll show you the whole set. So here's the other Indiana Jones movies that I own. Again, all on Steelbook. So I got Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, everybody knows what these are. Temple of Doom. Of course, Last Crusade, my favorite. And then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And now we have Dial of Destiny. The one thing that I will say will probably drive me somewhat nuts is the spine does not match for Dial of Destiny. That it mostly does for the other ones. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull doesn't have the Ultra HD at the bottom. It doesn't have anything down there, but they all have the Paramount logo, and obviously it's not. It was Disney for the last one, so that's obviously why it doesn't have that. I'm sure if I wanted to, I could probably. There's people that sell the spine magnets and stuff like that. If you saw my Spider-Man video, which I'll link to down below if you're interested in that video at all, I could probably get something that would make them match, but that's just a small thing for me. The biggest thing was like I grew up watching Indiana Jones with my dad. I love the series, even the bad ones. I think they're fine. I enjoy all of them, some more than others, but I enjoy all of them and have watched all of them in the not too distant past. And now that I have Dial of Destiny again, I expect to watch this again. I watched it later last year and expect to watch it again probably in the next few weeks since I now own it on 4K. But another collection complete. What do you think? What is your favorite Indiana Jones movie, and why is The Last Crusade the correct answer? Let me know in the comments below. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. And as always, don't forget, collect what you love.